1. Action! Top Gun Maverick is a bit like the beach volleyball scene in the original Top Gun movie way back in 1986. You know the one. Firstly, it's awesome, but when you think about it a bit more, you quickly realise that some of it doesn't really make sense.
Sorry.
Like, why is Tom Cruise wearing jeans? That's literally one of the worst things you could wear to play beach volleyball in. While the original movie definitely has icon status, Tony Scott's film was not without flaws.
Where did you see this?
That's classified.
It was essentially a recruitment tool for the US Navy.
Join the Navy.
They're recruiting people.
Which is how it got made for only $15 million, despite featuring billions of dollars worth of Navy hardware. And then there is some problematic behaviour by the hero of the film, Tom Cruise's flyboy, Pete Maverick Mitchell.
It's a long cruise, was it, sailor?
It's too long.
Maybe a dude following a woman into the ladies' room of a bar was endearing in the 1980s, but it sure hasn't aged well. But you can forgive all of that because Kenny Loggins. The power of nostalgia to make old things seem amazing means the long-awaited Top Gun sequel has a lot to live up to.
Just want to manage expectations.
Now we find Maverick is 30 years older, not that you'd know it because the ageless cruise has a half-life to rival plutonium. But these days, Mav satisfies his need for speed as a Navy test pilot of experimental aircraft, which, along with his long-standing disregard for authority, is how he's avoided being promoted into a desk job like his old frenemy Iceman, played in both movies, of course, by Val Kilmer.
He seems to think that you have something left to offer the Navy.
But now it's Admiral Iceman to you lot, and it's his influence that lands Maverick back where it all started, Fighter Weapons School, aka Top Gun, which is a real-life US Navy training academy for the top 1% of fighter pilots. Our hero has been chosen to train the next generation, which includes Bradley Rooster Bradshaw, played by Miles Teller. In a dramatic twist, Rooster is none other than the son of his best mate Goose, who, as we all know, was killed in a training accident in the first movie, something that Maverick still blames himself for.
My dad believed in you. I'm not going to make the same mistake.
But there's no time for too much pathos because the pilots must prepare for a near-suicide mission on a nuclear facility in a non-disclosed country. I don't need to go into specifics because the mission is laughably identical to Luke Skywalker blowing up the Death Star, like exactly the same. But even that makes more sense than the film's romantic plotline, which sees Mav fall for single mum Penny, played by Jennifer Connelly, who got a passing mention in the original as one of his dalliances, but now owns a bar frequented by Navy pilots. Luckily, no one is buying a ticket to Top Gun Maverick to see a nuanced depiction of relationships between people in their 50s. If that's what you're after, maybe try this instead.
You're not worried about the danger of having sex at your age?
If she dies, she dies.
But if you're here to see Tom Cruise's face contorted by G-forces as riff-tastic rock music blares over insane aerial sequences and characters with call signs such as Hangman and Payback shout "Missile Lock" a bunch of times, well, you've come to the right place.
Fellas, this here's Bagman.
Hangman.
Whatever.
Director Joseph Kosinski, who worked with Cruise on the sci-fi flick Oblivion, has delivered the most visceral cinematic moments you'll see this year. Top Gun Maverick has a ton of fun throwbacks, a top-shelf performance from Tom Cruise, and is a proper blockbuster that should be seen on the biggest screen you can find. It's not perfect, but then again, neither was the original. Top Gun Maverick gets 3.5 stars.